Welcome back. Well, he is one of our most popular guests. Welcome back to the show. Our next friend laughs in the face of some of the toughest stains out there. Coffee, wine. I'm not going to do it every time. Wine, chocolate, no problem. This weekend, he's at the Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show. Give it up for the laundry guy, Patric Richardson. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Let's, before we get to stain demo, let's talk about the Home and Remodeling Show. What are you doing out there?
I'm talking to everybody about just sort of some easy, fun, quick ways to do laundry to make it because I think laundry's fun. So I want everybody else to find out that it's fun. So I'm kind of talking to them about that. We're not going to laugh. Laundry's fun.
Aaron Schwab, don't laugh. Laundry's fun. It's fun. And my buddy, Alexis Thompson, my radio partner, is introducing you.
Right, I know. It's so exciting.
I know. Alexis, be good.
Right.
Anyway, when you go out, and I've asked you this before, and I know your answer, but if people didn't see the last segment, like a doctor going to a party and a doctor gets asked, oh, I got a pain, doctor, what's the number one question people ask you?
Probably the biggest thing people ask now is how much detergent do I use because of your show? Because it used to be perspiration, but the last time I was here, I was like, the biggest mistake people make is too much detergent. So now everywhere I go, people are like, so on the Jason show, you said too much detergent.
Yeah.
How much should I be using? So.
The viewers, you guys listen, seriously. So how much should they use again?
So the bottle says this much for a full load and this much for a small load. We're going to go to about that much. It's about 2 tablespoons. And that's if the load is full. So if the load starts getting smaller.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And my mom, the wizard, the wizard of laundry, was shocked by that. Okay, now let's get to some demos. And we have, Patric is so good. He's such a good guest. He has, it's by season, right, Patric?
Right. These are January stains. So the beginning of January, this is a smoothie and some steamed broccoli.
Okay.
And this is the end of January. This is a Frosty and some French fry grease.
Okay. Where are we starting?
We're going to start with the smoothie.
Okay.
And the trick to this, and this is like anytime, this could be any juice. This could also be like red wine. And these are the ones that really upset everybody because historically, juice and those sorts of things are really hard. So all we did is we mixed up a little oxygen bleach and some hot water.
Okay.
And then we're just going to dip it in. And what's going to happen is it's just going to turn color. And when it turns color, see it just turn kind of that yellow?
Yeah.
And then from that point, it'll just wash out. So that's all you have to do is just dip it in a little oxygen bleach.
Oh, so there's no, because you grabbed your beloved horsehair brush, you don't even have to scrub that thing?
No, it's just it's that simple. The chemical reaction that happens with the oxygen bleach just takes the stain out. I just used the brush because I didn't have a spoon. I forgot to break one.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay, next.
So this is steamed broccoli, and this one's kind of funny. It's actually best if you get it wet. So we're going to sprinkle some baking soda on it.
Okay.
And then we're going to squeeze a lemon on it. And what's going to happen is it's going to foam. Do you see that?
Yeah.
See, okay. So that foam is actually taking this stain out. So we could actually just rinse this out and it would be gone.
Okay. Now, I know it's, did you hear the audience? Some woman goes, really?
I promise.
Really? We have doubters in the studio audience.
You can come up later.
Yeah. Okay, now let me ask.
Yeah.
How the hell did you figure that out?
Well, okay, so it's really funny. You can do this with like soap and a brush.
Okay.
And you build the lather up in the brush and then you attack it. I tried to figure out some way to get the lather without having to do the work because people, it's got to be easier. People won't do it.
Yeah.
I can give you like these really complicated methods to everything, but people won't do it.
They won't do it.
So I got to make it easy, and it's got to be something you have at home.
Yeah. Because we're in the TikTok era. It has to be. Yeah.
Well, it just has to be something you have. You read like shelter magazines, and they'll be like they'll like mention some ingredient that you can only buy at one place at a market in India. And, it doesn't really work. So it has to be like simple enough that, you can just run to like, the grocery and there you go.
Okay, next.
So this is Frosty. And Frosty, actually, the problem with it is it gets really sort of embedded. And so this is when you take my beloved horsehair brush and a bar of laundry soap, and you just attack it. And what's going to happen?
And this is frosting, chocolate frosting?
Yeah, no, this is a Frosty. Like
Oh,
a
a Wendy's Frosty?
Yeah.
Yes!
It was fun to prep for this one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, this is just...
Is that from Jeff's office? Jeff and I both love a Frosty.
Well, I stopped on the way home
Yeah.
and had one, and just so that I could get this.
Yeah.
So there it goes. See, it just lifts out. But the reason it's so hard to remove is because it becomes thick. And if you don't scrub it with something, like if you put this in the washing machine, it will not come out but on its own. You have to scrub at it because it's so thick that the detergent and the water and everything can't run through it. So you just scrub it, and when you get it like thin like that, then you can toss it in the washer, it comes right out.
Okay, so you said like the smoothie one is applicable for other, maybe not as specific as a Frosty. Would this work on just chocolate ice cream?
Oh, it would work on chocolate ice cream. It would work on frosting. I mean, anytime you get that sort of
Crusty.
Crusty is the perfect word. When you get it like that, you have to scrub it with a brush to more or less smooth it out.
Okay.
And then toss it in the washer, you're good to go.
Got it. Okay, we have one more that we'll do after the break. Plus, the last time Patrick was here, we got hundreds of questions for him on Facebook, and some we didn't get to. We're getting to some when we come back. Back in a moment. Stay with us, everyone. Frosty. Welcome back. We're here with our friend, Patric Richardson, the laundry guy. A reminder, he's appearing at the Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show this weekend. But right now, we're getting ready to answer your questions. But I did want to show, for the doubter in the audience, I'll just call her Linda. I don't know her name. But look at, right there, it's out. Right there where the foam was and the stain. I know it doesn't look like it on TV, but it is out, yeah. Okay, the last one before we answer emails and questions, French fry oil.
French fry oil, you know, I mean, because that's when they're best, right? When
Yeah.
they're sort of hot and oily. You just spray it with vinegar and water. This is 50 vinegar, 50 water. And you give it a good douse because you need the vinegar to penetrate the grease. And you'll actually just feel it. It's already going away right there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it just...
There's no scrubbing on this one either?
No, then you just toss it in the washer.
Okay.
I brought easy ones because they're January.
Yeah, I have a very specific one that whatever, Jeff. Okay, you're at Taco John's or you're at Taco Bell, and you're eating like a normal ground beef taco, and then that meat juice, like the meat oil, like gets on. Does this work on the meat oil?
This would totally work on the meat oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say, driving up to the cabin, I've had the Taco John's ground beef. Yeah, okay, anyway. This is fun, though. I'm just going to do... Oh, and I was telling Patrick, by the way, if Target has a little laundry department in their dollar section, the spot, what is it called? Dollar spot. Mark the spot where, yeah, and get 2 bottles. We got one for vodka and water, whatever. It's not to drink. Vodka and water, because that takes out smells, right?
Right,
You
exactly.
told me.
It takes the odor out of anything.
And then vinegar and water. So get those. They're really cheap right now. Okay, let's go to the questions. Dee Dee is up first. Hi, Dee Dee. She writes, hey, a bottle of red wine spilled on her black and white wool area rug. She used oxygen bleach, because she loves Patrick, and water, causing the stain, though, to turn black. As she worked, the black went away, but there's still a faint brown stain. What should I do next?
Okay, so here's the trick. Oxygen bleach will take out red wine. It's hard to use on a rug because you can't rinse completely enough. So the trick is some ammonia, probably a cup of ammonia to a quart of water, put a towel under it, and start sponging it until it's wet enough that it goes all the way through to the towel. Basically, we're trying to rinse. All we're doing is doing a really intense rinse.
Because you said something the last time that has now changed how I deal with any stain, and I forgot how you phrased it, but you said you rinse everything, so why wouldn't you rinse an area after you try to do stain removal? Because people always get mad that it leaves a ring.
Right.
And now I get it. You have to rinse the whole area.
Right.
Okay.
And so it's just hard on a rug. So ammonia will kind of help that process.
Next, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. She's up next. She asks, how do I get rid of makeup in particular, foundation out of a collar? Yeah, that's a good question, yeah.
So it's easy. You spray it with vinegar and water, you blot it, and then you scrub it with soap and a brush. Because the foundation, and the better the foundation stays on, the more oil that's in it. So the vinegar is going to cut the oil, and then the soap and the brush is going to lift the color.
Oh, that's easy. I need to do that. I have, because I wear
Yeah,
anyway. Jody has a laundry question. Hi, Jody. What is the best laundry detergent to use? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, so my thing is use the one with the fewest number of ingredients. Like, think of it like food. If you can pronounce it, it's great. But more importantly than what brand you buy is how much you use. So just use less than they recommend. Pick your favorite, because maybe you love plant-based, maybe you're not in a place where plant-based is easy to find and you need to buy a commercial one. Great, just use less.
The majority of people I know pick based on smell, the fragrance. They like the smell, a particular smell. Julie has a very common question. Hi, Julie. Can you get rid of a stain that has already gone through the dryer? Oh,
wow.
Good question.
All right, so you can. So what you do is you take some oily soap. I think like liquid hand soap. I'm not a fan of using dish soap on your clothes, but like liquid hand soap. Use liquid hand soap, put it on the stain, sprinkle a little of oxygen bleach powder on top of it, rub it in with your finger till it dissolves, let it sit an hour, 2 hours, I don't know, overnight, whatever, and then run the hottest possible tap water you have straight through it, and that will take the stain away.
Aaron Schwaberini has one right now. We'll do it in the commercial break, Aaron. Yeah, that's right. Give it up for the laundry guy, everyone. Patric Richardson. You can see Patrick. Take a look on the main stage of the Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show. He's there Friday at 1, Saturday at 3, and Sunday at 1. It's a triple feature. Head to MinneapolisHomeandRemodelingShow.com for more information. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, you need to watch.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So